Hi guys, so yesterday I got my braces off. I'm sorry that this is a really awkward camera angle. I had tried to do it vertically, but Windows Movie Maker, whenever I try to rotate the frame 90 degrees, it turns out really ugly and just fuzzy and everything, so I'm going to try to make it so it comes out clear when I edit the video. So basically, as you saw in my last video, braces coming off part 2. Welcome to part 3, by the way. Oh. Yesterday I got my braces off. Everything that you saw was up until Stacy, the assistant, started trying to chip the glue off, like with her little plier things. We tried to take the glue off, and for me, the glue wouldn't come off of my teeth, but just chipping it off, so we had to wait for Dr. Graham, the orthodontist, to come over and drill it off. Which, honestly, that was the worst part. I hated it so much. Not because it hurt, but it was because it was annoying, to be honest, because I didn't get any glasses or anything, like plastic glasses to put over my face, so when he was drilling all the glue off, it was just like flying everywhere in my nose and my eyes and up in the air, and it was just terrible. I hated it, but, you know, I was like, it doesn't hurt, it's just really annoying, really hard to breathe. Just get over it. But yeah. So he's out there and he had to drill all the glue off my teeth and on the inside of my molar bands. And in my last video, I don't know if you noticed, but they kept the molar bands back on in the back. And that's because Stacy, the orthodontal assistant, said that the doctor might want to keep them there in case anytime between now and by the time I get my retainers next week, if my bite shifts at all, then he could just put rubber bands on and refix it. But then so I got all the glue off and everything, and then he went and polished my teeth. Again, I don't remember what exactly he did, but they're not super shiny, so I don't know. But yeah, then he polished all the teeth, and then he straightened up the edges because these two had ridges on them, and this one was longer than this one. It was also more round, so he kind of straightened it out. And then these bottom ones, I know that you all know that I have like a mountain in my mouth because these teeth are longer than these ones. He shaved those down. So as you can see, everything looks crap loads more even, which is awesome. But after all that was off, I got my impressions done, but before that, Stacy came over and said, "Oh, Dr. Graham said that you don't have to keep the molar bands on anymore, you're lucky." And I'm like, oh, okay. So she took those off, and then she had to retape the glue off again. And my gums were super sensitive, so she was trying to scrape the glue off. I keep like bleeding, so I had to go back and rinse, then go back in, scrape more glue off, go rinse, go come back in. It was just, yeah. And I had to wait forever because there were other people getting their braces off too, and the doctor was busy. I had to wait like 45 minutes just to wait to get my the glue drilled off my teeth. And I'll show you a picture too of when the glue was still on my teeth, because right when you took the braces off, it's like none of the glue came off. Maybe like one piece chipped off in there, because I know in the last video I was like, oh, I'm like swallowing glue. But yeah. So the drilling the glue off, the polishing the teeth, and then the straightening the teeth. It was super weird straightening the teeth. It wasn't, the process wasn't weird, but afterwards, because you know when you feel your teeth along the bottom of your tongue, it's nice and smooth because that's the shape of your tooth, and natural, like the enamel over it is super natural and smooth. When I first got it done, it was so rough. I was afraid that if I bit into my tongue, I would bite my tongue off. It's gotten a little bit better now. A lot better than yesterday, actually. But yeah, it's still kind of rough. So we did all that, and then, oh, and my teeth weren't slimy, as everyone else says they are. Like normally when people say, oh, well, as soon as you get your braces off, you're just gonna do this. I haven't done that, nor do I do that still. They weren't slimy to me. Maybe because I had to drill the glue off and then repolish my teeth. But yeah. So after Stacy took the molar bands off, again. I got to keep my braces. They put them in a cleaner and gave them back to me, and I have them in my bag, actually. I need to get them out and put them in my room so they don't get squished and bent. It's kind of sad, actually, because they took the molar bands off after, they let me keep the top ones with the molar bands and just the bottom ones without my molar bands, because they just threw the molar bands away after, which kind of made me sad, but it's okay, you know. As far as pain goes, nothing was painful, it was just annoying. The only thing that was painful, I know you guys saw me cringe when she started taking them out of these teeth. It's just because my lower 4 teeth are super sensitive, especially the first one that she was doing. It was just like, ugh. Then she said, don't worry, I know, I'm just not even giving you time to think about it, because like, and then I was fine after that. There really was no other pain at all. Then afterwards, after all that, the doctor came over. He came to adjust my permanent retainer. He'll put it in, clip it off, like to adjust it to make sure it was the right length, and tweak it to make sure it was bent the right shape, whatever. Kept on putting it in, taking it out, putting it in, taking it out, making sure it was perfect, right? So, and then Stacy came over, and I had that hole in my tongue up, like this. Now you try doing that for like more than 5 minutes, your tongue gets super, super, super tired. It's hard to do. But you have to keep your tongue up because you have to keep under here completely dry. So I had this swirly thing in my mouth, and then I had like these not cotton, but like the tissue rolls that are like sitting right here on my lip. And then Stacey had to put the permanent retainer in here. She put like glue, then the permanent retainer, and then she wrapped floss in between these 3 teeth and like pulled it through that I was holding the permanent retainer and like pull it out just so there'd be force against the permanent retainer. And it was really awkward. Like, it wasn't painful, it wasn't bad. So while Stacy was holding and sucking and sucking the saliva out of my mouth because you can't get it wet while it's drying, making sure the permanent retainer was perfect, we had another orthodontic assistant come and hold the light on it and everything, and it was, I don't know, it was just really awkward. There were just so many things in my mouth and so many things going on, and I'm like, okay, just keep your tongue up, keep your tongue up, keep your tongue up. And I had to hold a little air sucking thingy. I have a picture of it, I'll show you after this. But yeah, that was just really, really awkward. But once they put the permanent retainer in, it was all good. And I actually went to lunch right after, and I noticed 2 things. The first thing was that it is so much easier to bite into things now that my teeth are straightened, like drilled. I used to be able to have to bite into something with my front teeth and like rip it off because my front teeth just weren't, I don't know how to describe it. I couldn't do it. But I was eating spaghetti and bread at BJ's, and I bit into spaghetti and I just went just so gently, and the spaghetti just came clean off, and I'm like, oh my god, yay, function with teeth. So that was freaking awesome. The second thing I noticed was if I move my tongue the wrong way, the permanent retainer on my canine, it would cut my tongue, like scratch my tongue. So I had to go back to the orthodontist after my lunch and after their lunch break, and Stacy just put 2 more dots of glue on it to dry it to cover up the sharp edge, because you can't just take it out and clip it like you could a normal wire with your braces, because it's too much of a pain to get the permanent retainer back on and off, and they didn't have time for that. Basically, 2 retainers. I have a permanent retainer in my bottom teeth. They made impressions on my top and bottom. Speaking of impressions, I didn't gag on them, they don't taste bad. It's really not a big deal. You just open your mouth, you put it in, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, take them out, she wipes it all off to make sure it's not all over my face, just dry on my face. Bottom ones, 15, 20 seconds, move. All you have to do is breathe through your nose. It's really not, it doesn't taste bad, it's not disgusting, it doesn't make you gag. I was kind of sitting up. It was kind of like this. I wasn't, like over, and I wasn't tilted back, so it's really about head positioning, I guess, because the first impressions that I did before I got my braces, I kind of did gag, just because I think I had my head a little further back. But this time it was totally fine. And they don't taste bad either. It was just annoying because the impressions get stuck, like on your tooth and in your gums and on your face. You have to go to the bathroom, like scrub it all off. Just kind of I had to brush my teeth after the impressions because I left a mess. And I couldn't just rinse it out, you know, like swish it. I had to brush it off. But anyway, I'm getting a plastic retainer for the top and bottom. They said to only wear the bottom one if my permanent retainer falls off. Like in place, if my permanent retainer falls off and I'm waiting for my next appointment, just put the plastic retainer in and wait. Or if I get whitening gels, then I could put the whitening gel in the retainer and put it on, and then just take it off and rinse it out. Same with my top one, except my top one I'm going to be wearing all the time. And also, as you heard in the last video, Dr. Graham basically uses like Invisalign retainers, and he's going to put my retainer in the computer and like tweak a little bit because his teeth still aren't completely straight. So he's going to do his best to tweak them a little bit to make my teeth perfectly straight, which is awesome because they look awesome already from certain angles. He's going to make it look good from all angles. But it was funny because when Dr. Graham was edging, like smoothing out my the edges of my teeth, he said, he's like, I gotta give you those movie star teeth. It was really funny. I was like, thank you. Looks so much better too. I just can't believe my braces are off. It's crazy. I get kind of sad because I go to, you know, put my tongue on the side of my mouth to get food out, and there's like nothing there. Like, oh. I think that's all I have to say. My regular retainers, the plastic ones, are coming in next Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday I have to go pick them up. Which I'm excited. I guess I'll show you my permanent retainer. It's it's good on canine and canine. And yeah. My bottom teeth actually look a lot straighter now that the permanent retainer's in. Something on my finger. Yeah, they look a lot straighter. Permanent retainer, I despised it yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I hate this thing so much. I'd rather have the braces back because it was just, it sits right where your tongue's supposed to sit, or where my tongue sat, so it was like in the way, and I'd just naturally be pushing on it, like trying to get it out of my mouth, like just subconsciously. And then my tongue would get tired, and I just sit there like, just give my tongue a break. But it's a lot better today. It's less irritating. I'm getting used to it, which is great. And I know I've been asked this question a lot by friends. When does my permanent retainer come out? It doesn't. It comes out when it falls out many years from now, and then I have to go get it put back in unless they think my teeth aren't going to move. So it's a permanent retainer. It's called a permanent retainer for a reason. But yeah, the poking's gone. The glue's a little rough, but it's not like, it's not bad, you know, I'm used to it, it's fine. Yeah. I'll make another video when I get my plastic retainers. I'm not really sure what else to say. Except I noticed that my teeth are so sore. All these teeth, especially my canines, they're super sore because of the retainer. I guess I straighten them out even more. And also my gums are extremely sensitive. I tried brushing my teeth last night when I got home, and I started to, like, you know, brush hard because I'm used to brushing hard with braces, trying to get in and out of every nook and cranny, and it just, ooh, it hurt so bad. I was like, just like gently brush my teeth in little circles. So I'm gonna go have to get, excuse me, I'm gonna have to go get a super soft, sensitive bristle brush. But, and then, oh, the one thing that I noticed too, that I was super shocked about, is that I did not have a spot, a trace, a single mark of white or yellow on my teeth after I got my braces off. You know how you see people with whiteness around the brackets and then take them off? I don't have any, which I was super shocked because honestly, I don't brush my teeth as I should. Obviously my teeth are white, they're healthy. I guess I just have really good teeth and gums because even every time I go to the dentist, they're like, oh, you're flossing really well. And I'm like, I floss like just whenever I have time to, which is hardly ever. Which I know is kind of bad, but it's like, I keep saying everything's perfect. I'm like, thank you. I guess I just have a naturally healthy mouth, which I know I'll have to keep up as I age. but for now I'm lucky. Yeah. I think I covered it all. I actually made a video explaining everything last night, but it was vertical like I said, and I didn't want to make a sideways video on YouTube, so I'm going to try and hope that this works. I think that's everything that I had to say. If you have any questions or if I forgot anything, please, please, please do not hesitate to ask. I will make a question and answer video. I will answer in your comments. I will do anything, I mean, regarding my braces, my teeth, you know. I guess I'll just give you a close-up and a smile and say goodbye for now. And then at the end of this video there will be pictures and stuff. So, close-up, smile, and bites. Back. No more mole ranch. I love the way this looks already. These are still gonna be straightened out, but I love the way they look already. It's awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys.